Hello everyone and welcome back to AustinPlays Gaming, where today, as we are in the football season of the every 4 years, I thought we'd do a video dedicated to the likes of FIFA. More importantly, I've got a question. Why do FIFA or EA release a FIFA every single year? People are questioning, obviously, with the games that we have now that have updates, and then you have a game that releases something different every single year. I'm here today asking why and explaining why this is the case. So without further ado, let's get into it. So every year, millions of football fans buy the latest versions of FIFA, or now EA Sports FC. Even though at the first glance it can seem almost identical to the previous game, this begs the question. So why does EA release a brand new football game every single year instead of simply just updating the existing one? Well, the answer comes down to a combination of business, licensing, and technology, and then player expectations. The most obvious reason is that football changes consistently. Clubs sign new players, managers change teams, kits are redesigned, and promoted clubs replace relegated ones. But fans expect to play with the latest squads as soon as the new season begins. And while these updates could technically be delivered through like patch notes or patches, selling them as part of a new game has become the basically industry standard approach. Then there's the gameplay. Every annual release introduces adjustments to passing, shooting, dribbling, defending, goalkeeping, animations, and artificial intelligence. Some years the changes are dramatic, while others just maybe a bit smaller than the last. Even when players criticize the game for feeling too similar, the developers typically add new mechanics or tweaks the balance to create a different experience. However, the biggest reason they do this is obviously for financial reasons. Annual sports games generate enormous revenue, not only through game sales, but also in game purchases. Ultimate Team has probably become one of the biggest of the game's most profitable modes, encouraging players to build squads of their own every year. Launching a new title effectively resets the player's economy, creating renewed demand for packs and other digital content. For example, so obviously people might change clubs and their card might be different, but they may have the same card from a different league. The reason they do that is so they don't have the same person on the same league, so they do have to change that. But obviously that depends, because FIFA or EA Sports is still technically based on like real life actions. It's based on what happens in the real football industry. There is also a marketing cycle every year when it comes to both of these. A yearly release creates excitement before every football season. New trailers, gameplay reveals, cover stars, and pre-order bonuses help keep the franchise in the public eye. This regular cycle generates media coverage, and this keeps the series relevant compared to the competitors of others. Now, of course, many players question whether a full-price game is necessary every year. Now, that's why I bring this up. But my brother, who plays FIFA quite a fair bit, he buys it on I think every year. But my thought process was you could do one every time there is a World Cup. After the World Cup ends, release a new game, or as the World Cup is starting, release a new game. You could do it every 4 years like the World Cup, and still you could add those upgrades, add those patches, improvements in everything across that 4 years of a time period. And then release a new game, so you're not releasing one every single time. However, some argue that a live surface model with one base game receiving seasonal updates would provide better value while keeping everyone on the same platform. It makes sense, yes. Other gaming franchises have already moved in this same direction, especially nowadays when games are developed, but it's just a case of it's worked so long for FIFA, but has it diverted or not? That's the question. On the other hand, releasing a new game each year gives developers an opportunity to introduce larger technical upgrades, graphical improvements, and new game modes without being limited by an existing platform. That's why I'm saying maybe one every year wouldn't go every 4 years or 3 years, or give a time limit, not every year, would be a bad thing. But also nowadays, I've said this in some of my other ones, is the attention span of some people are a bit different now. So it might be a case of like, oh, I'm getting bored of this game, and that's why they released a new one. So that works perfectly in their hands. So ultimately, FIFA's annual release schedule does exist because of it satisfies both commercial and sporting needs. Football itself changes every season, and EA has built a business model around delivering a fresh version alongside those changes. Whether that model remains the future of sports games is another question. But for now, yearly releases continue to be one of the most successful strategies in gaming. So the next time you wonder why a new FIFA or a new EA Sports FC arrives every year, remember that it's not about updating teams and updating people and players. It's about licensing, technology, marketing, player engagement, and one of the most profitable businesses models in the video game industry and in the world. So yes, I know hearing that is bad, but it works. That's the problem about it. It's not a problem. It's what it works, and that's good for them, and that's why people still buy the games. I'm not a big FIFA person, I will admit. I used to play FIFA when I was younger with my brother. Now I don't really. I want to get stuck into it, but I don't know how to structure. I like watching football. I understand football. But it's just not my kind of FIFA was never kind of my game. Friendlies, like playing like as one team and another, yeah, fine, I like that. Other than that, just a bit no, just no. But there you have it. What do you think about this? Let me know in the comments below. But that's the end of today's video. I do hope you all enjoyed it, and if you did, please leave a like and subscribe and comment what you would like to see on the channel. But I hope you have an amazing day as always, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye bye. Yeah.